Cool new vocabulary words that combine things that are cool and hip and cool. Because I'm Diablo Cody. Hipster. Young adult. But of course not before I give some spectacular shoutouts. The first shoutout goes out to Andy Zim Zim, Tiny Tim Tim, Ain't Gonna Be Home for Din Dins. On with my review for Young Adult. The minimalistic title cards don't suit this film because other than the hometown that Maeve, played by Charlize Theron, visits after having not been there for 20 years, this movie is nothing but minimalistic. It's got a sharp and edgy script written by Diablo Cody, a great title sequence of cassette tapes juxtaposed against a character who chose to never grow up, and terrific direction by Jason Reitman, who is not only one of my favorite directors, but also one of my favorite directors. Hopefully that implies the idea that this review might be biased. But honestly, everything about this movie works, and I think that's because all these characters were just so fleshed out and meticulously crafted. It's the way that these characters are fleshed out in such a naturalistic manner that allows us to realize that these are still people. They're not man-children that you can't stand watching on screen and you would just say, oh, grow up, you stupid person, man-child. No, these are the kind of people that you really feel bad for, and I think that's also because of the fact that these performances are amazing. The main character in this film is played by Charlize Theron, and she is fantastic in this film. She goes about this film in a very nonchalant kind of manner, but not in the way that you would think that, oh, look at me, I'm just acting, I don't really care anymore. No, that's how her character is, and her character is just so perfect when portrayed in that way, you know, because it's by looking at her in that perspective that we realize that she is a man-child but doesn't realize it. But it's not only her characters, but also all the other characters who tend to judge her in the film, like Patton Oswalt. Patton Oswalt's character in this film is one of the most heartbreaking. And it's the way that I think that we were able to come to the realizations of what these characters truly are, like Patton Oswalt is heartbreaking and Charlize Theron being a man-child and whatnot, through all these little tidbits here and there that Jason Reitman chooses to throw in with this like very, you know, visceral and unique direction, and Diablo Cody's script writing. It's all just so unique, and it's all so detailed and so, it's right there. You know that this is how this character's supposed to be. You know how that character's supposed to be. And that's how you can tell that this movie is like special. This movie's different from other movies that have come out this year. Tons of movies are going to come out this year that try and do the same thing. They're trying to paint a portrait of life and put it on screen, put it in motion. And something like The Descendants did like last week. But this one, I think, was more engaging, more interesting, more entertaining. I love the dialogue, the banter between all these different characters, and just the direction itself was so stylistic. It's something that Jason Reitman did in Juno. He added some sort of a flair to his direction, and he did the same thing here. Young Adult is very hip, it's very awesome, and it's just a great movie, and I love the hell out of it. I can't really understand why I did so much at this moment, but I'm telling you guys, you're gonna like it. At least you'll at least think it's funny. I'm going to give Young Adult 4.5 out of 5 stars. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see you there. I got 2 more videos. 1, 2, that you can check out. I've got tons of others on my page if you subscribe. The button's up there. I got like a whole Twitter, which you can follow at TooSlickForVic, Facebook, which the link is down below. And I guess I got my second channel too, the Fricken channel. That's about it.